Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, I'm Sinta Nuria Musautomo, student of Speaking in Academic Context, Class D of English Education Department, Ahmad Dahlan University. Today I would like to share my opinion about COVID-19 vaccines. As the number of these COVID cases increases in Indonesia, governments and communities are looking for solutions that will soon end the pandemic, that is vaccines. However, who would have thought that this vaccine precisely has generated much controversy by some people? The government with the Kimia Pharma makes vaccination as a commercial event. It almost happened. Is commercialization that makes the Indonesian pandemic even worse or less? Even Indonesia is the worst COVID country in Southeast Asia. A commercial testing that prevents people from having the correct standards, and that testing should be free. If there is a commercialization of public service, it is fair the public service can be courted by profit thinking. But the policy was ultimately postponed by the government. And also, some people think they will be cheap for tracking by the government but are so scientifically ignorant that they refuse to understand that nanotechnology still is not quite there yet and the government cannot do it because the technology doesn't exist. Well, I disagree with that. One reason I'm not in favor is because there is testimony of millions of people at this point as to how the vaccines have impacted them. That will be part of that observation part of real-world data gathering. The vaccines have been available for over half a year at this point and millions of people have gotten at least one shot. We also know that in the second wave, this virus and its variants are largely hitting unvaccinated people harder than people who have been vaccinated. Just about 100% of all the hospitalities and deaths are occurring among the unvaccinated. States with low vaccination rates are leading the nation in COVID cases, just like they led the nation when mass social distancing and lockdowns were not enforced by their leaders. Those that are vaccinated who do get the virus have been spared the most severe infection. COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective. Millions of people in the globe have received COVID-19 vaccines under the most intense safety monitoring. You worried about a major allergic reaction? Only less people had anaphylaxis, which occurred within 15 minutes of vaccination. That's why all vaccination sites monitoring people for 15 minutes before they leave. Serious side effects that would cause a long-term health problem are extremely unlikely following COVID-19 vaccination. Historically, if side effects are going to happen, they generally happen within 6 weeks of receiving a vaccine dose. For this reason, the Food and Drug Administration required each of the authorized COVID-19 vaccines to be studied for at 8 weeks after the final dose. All vaccines available in Indonesia are mostly effective. Vaccination prevents COVID-related deaths and very severe illnesses. There is also another type of vaccine where a dead copy of the virus is used that the immune system can recognize as a foreign invader and create an antibody response to, so that when live viruses are encountered, the antibodies are already present to fight it off. In normal circumstances, they also do not cause the patient to become infected. This is a big win because how we will react to the virus is so unpredictable. Why take the chance? It's a bet between life or death. Perhaps we were already infected with COVID. If it's been longer than 3 months, if it is time to get vaccinated. The vaccines have longer immunity than natural infections. With twice the vaccine, the chance of getting COVID is less than 50%, and if you get 76%, it's only mild or without symptoms. We want to be protected as long as possible, right? Maybe traditionally you have opted out of vaccines. You never get a flu shot, nor do you get a flu because you are young and relatively healthy. COVID-19 doesn't care if you are healthy or not. We are in the middle of a pandemic and there's no way out of it without vaccination. We can get back to the things we love to do as soon as we get everyone vaccinated. This is a team effort. Most of us are not going to be hurt by either the virus or the vaccine. But already many hundreds of thousands of people have died from the virus, while it is less even one person who has died as a result of any vaccines. Not only that, when we get the vaccine, not only do we are helping to keep ourselves healthy, but potentially save the lives of many vulnerable people. Okay, so do you agree with vaccination or not? Please comment down below about your opinion. And I think that's all from me. Thank you guys for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.